it's been less than 10, like 12 times in a row now.
I've got two D20s that are identical, and I can roll them, and inside of 3 rolls I can tell you which one is which.
Less than 10. Every freaking time.
Yep.
Less than 10. This is the loser. Oh!
Finally.
I got something over 10.
118.
Oh, wait, okay. Alright, I'm done. I'm ready to play.
Can I try your D8? I'm really good with D8s. Your D8s. Oh, wait, no, land on the back.
That is counting. Yeah. Maybe it's the mat. Oh!
That's
Yes.
okay.
Yes, that was a good one. Still over half, yeah.
Metal dice were really cool if they're magnetic because you can just put them back down under the table.
That's what you need. You need metal dice, and we can put those things
on every roll. Yeah, you gotta find some metal dice that. Oh.
Yes.
That'd be fun. Nat 20, Nat 20.
It might kind of give the game away over when it just goes funk.
Right.
Like 3 whole seconds after it lands.
It lands, it kind of twitches, and then ka-chunk.
Oh, look, Nat 20. You want it to be magnetized to the one side.
Yeah, right. You would put a metal plate on it. I did one time, since I worked with the tools to do it, and I gamed. I got 6-sided dice that have the tips, the dots, and I took the 6 and I drilled out all of the little holes, poured lead into the little holes, and then painted over them, and then I drilled out the one side.
God, we did that when I was a kid.
It didn't make a hill.
It didn't seem to work very well, no.
I was like, this is a loaded dice? I mean, well, holy crap, I could roll this thing 10,000 times before
Well,
I could.
right now the big thing on Twitter is all these people making their own dice.
Yeah.
And they're using clear acrylics. And then they're putting all this crap inside the dice so that like, oh, well, when you look at it, it looks like there's a spider inside. Or, oh, you look at it, it looks like there's fall foliage and little trees. And I'm like, yeah, by adding all that, you just made the dice roll like shit. It's no longer balanced.
Well, you know what else
It's
has
for
got
the
that?
looks, it's not for the dice.
The other thing that has that
Really
syndrome
bragging on her.
is cell phones.
Right.
Because when
Right.
they first came out, they would make phone calls, and then they started making them smart and doing all this stuff. And I swear, phone calls stopped working very well.
Right?
It's like, okay, I can play a game on it now, but I can't call people.
Yeah, it's not a game. It was like high school, it was like
Yeah. There's very few games that I'll play on my phone or my tablet because they're not worth it. I mean, but
Don't pay to win. They're great.
I do like I said, I do like Anima. I play that a lot on my tablet. But most of them are just not that impressive. Of course, now, if you want to pay the monthly subscription fee, you can get a Xbox One subscription to your phone.
Well, how is that going to work?
You just download whatever game you want.
I guess I think of Xbox games as requiring
A test.
a smoking hot graphics card and.
Oh, yeah, well, I'll tell you, my tablet has a better graphics card than a lot of the laptops out there.
I'm letting my age show because I think of my gaming computer as the one that's got the
$1,000 video.
The $1,000 video,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because that's what mine is. I mean, mine was built for going to tournaments at LAN parties and shit. So
Yep.
I totally get it.
Now you can play those on your phone. Color me skeptical.
Yeah.
If nothing else, I'm like, okay, why does my friend have a water cooled one?
Right. Why is this phone liquid cooled? Yeah, I have liquid cooling on my gaming PC, and but not on the video card, just on the CPU.
Right.
Thank God I've just been playing the same video game for the last 14 years.
Right?
EverQuest?
Haven't had to upgrade, really, you know?
EverQuest or WoW or
I
what?
play WoW.
WoW?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
I run the only RP guild on my free server, thank you very much.
On another, what is it, I guess, Monday night, the group on Monday night, they're all anti-WoW, they're big EverQuest.
Yeah?
I've never played EverQuest, only WoW.
God, I haven't played EverQuest in
It's
Yeah,
real,
EverQuest was before I had a computer, so...
they're real snooty about it. Like, you know, oh, WoW, you can't experience content. You know, they only feed the end game content, and
Oh, sure, yeah.
so, yeah.
I don't remember.
You can't just roam around and do stuff and blah, blah, blah.
What kind of soda would you like?
Diet Coke.
Diet Coke?
I mean, there's more than enough stuff to do in early game as well. Like,
Yeah.
you level up quickly, though, when you're
Yeah,
early.
they sped it up in WoW, so if you're new to it, you just, supposedly.
Yeah, I was playing on the Wrath of the Lich King server, so that was only from like 2009 or something.
I quit playing when the level cap went over 60.
Yeah.
So that's like forever ago.
Yeah. 2006,
Before
2007.
they
A year
opened
or
up
two right after it
their,
came out.
before they opened up the new classic servers, I had a pirate server that I was running WoW on.
Yeah.
That was quite a bit of fun.
I think that's-
It was all classic.
There's been a lot of speculation with this free private server that I play on as to whether or not they're going to release a vanilla classic again server to play for free there. I've already just put almost 3 years worth of time and effort into my guild, so I'm not moving servers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just past 500 members, like I'm doing well. We're doing
Wow.
well.
That's amazing. So what is the game like as a guild master of a huge guild on a private server? Socializing and organizing, or?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3 events every week that I lead and put on and advertise for within the guild, and there are things that I don't like to do, like raiding. So I promote officers to fill that role and do that job for me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really a pretty casual, mellow kind of player. I'm running lobies through the lobby dungeons and giving people gold for their mounts, and I keep myself busy just putting my time and effort into the guild, and then I kind of let other people appreciate the guild, grow up, max level, and then be all like, hey, I want to help do this, and I'm like, good job, go for it, all yours.
Yeah. Have at it.
Yeah, and I stick to my recruiting, and I clean my guild vault out every day, make sure everything's stacked nice and neat in the little guild bank, and I keep things tidy, and I let other people run whatever they want to run.
I guess I thought that people go, they go for the loot. You want to have like the latest and greatest sets of armor and weapons and
Yeah, I don't give a shit about any of that.
all that nonsense. And it's like, man, if you're on a private server, you're the only guild. Or,
Usually, yeah.
yeah, you're the only guild, right? So,
I mean, it doesn't.
No,
Not
it's-
necessarily. I mean, it depends on how many members.
There's like, tens of thousands of people on this private server, and
Okay.
there are hundreds of guilds, if not
Okay.
more. I mean, the server itself's like, I don't know, really old, 7 years old or something like that.
right.
So it's got a pretty dedicated player base, which is why we joined it. So yeah, there is definitely like competition in terms of other guilds, and we're not a raiding guild, we're not an end game guild.
Right.
There are people in the guild who want to lead some end game stuff and go for it, that's fine and all, but but you know, we don't have like a hardcore, you know, core group of players that logs on at the same time militantly every week to get that raid done, kill that dragon.
Right.
You know, and so there are other guilds that do that, of course, but you know, for what we do and what we are, what we offer, have a very unique guild. The only ones that have an open roleplay event every week.
What is an open role play event?
I run a roleplay tavern in World of Warcraft in an empty building in Stormwind City.
Ah.
I make a menu and collect rare booze and foods from all over the game and all the little nooks and crannies throughout the world and bring them all together and bring my guildmates in and have prizes and play games and give away gold and bags and
That's cool.
stuff.
So you basically have a game party,
Yeah,
and instead of at my place, it's at my.
it's at the tavern.
Tavern,
Everybody
yeah.
shows up at the tavern and it's fun. I make everyone play
you got a
in
minute?
character. Yeah, it's in here.
So you were doing the social distancing long before all the rest of this.
Oh yeah. It's fun. It's fun. I like it.
Okay. Give me 1 moment, and I'll be right back. don't know. Are you? So
We've come to the great temple doors.
where we left off, you guys have opened the great temple doors. Thrick and Narate roll medicine checks.
$28.
Nice.
Whoa.
26.
Nice.
Dang.
So, Shamash still has a minion that is following him around due to his use of the Rod of Rulership. And Narate and Thrick, you before you guys were in combat, so you didn't pay too much attention to these guys. But you have now come to the realization that this guy is not alive.
He's not alive. Your minion is dead.
Well, he's probably like undead or something.
What kind of minions are you out there fishing for?
He looks a lot like this.
Getting your low rank minions.
Oh.
Barnacle zombie, huh?
Oh my gosh. What the heck, dude?
Whoa.
So these guys, and he, as you're checking him over, because he is now following Shamash, he kind of, for lack of a better term, trusts all of you. And he's happy to explain to you that he is a he was drowned, and the great Maximus brought him back to serve in the cult. At least that's his understanding. He is willing to admit that he is he says, I am but a lowly servant of the great Maximus, but and so I don't understand what the entire process is, but I see that you're checking me out and looking at me in a funny manner, and this would be why. I was drowned and brought back to service the great Lord.
What do you remember of Maximus?
Oh, I've never met him.
Ah,
Few have.
how did you swear fealty to the great Maximus, never having met him?
He describes waking up on an altar in the great temple, having been risen from being drowned, and he he was then just put into the ranks. He is what would be known as a blade. They have ranks, and he's what's known as a blade. He's a low-ranking cultist, and he doesn't really even know that much about the cult. Only that they serve the great Maximus, and that he tells you that Maximus is tended to by higher-ranking members
and that it is his assumption that it is in another section of the temple, but he doesn't know exactly where that may be.
So, how did you get your orders? How did you know what to do as a blade?
Oh, one of the masters would come and tell us. In fact, that guy over there, he just points to a corpse in the ground.
How did you know he was a master? Is there a symbol?
Probably looks stronger.
Well, you look at the corpse, and you can see that the master looks like he's a little bit better equipped than the other guys were. You guys seem to take him out pretty fast, and he was armed with a greatsword, and the barnacles on his body. It seems like they were cultivated in a manner that makes it look like he's wearing armor.
Well, I have in my notes from last week, very last thing, great temple doors, what's behind the doors, 34 stealth.
Yep.
So I definitely do not want to be seen, but Telfar is still listening in on this conversation and everything, and kind of maybe poking around near the doors.
Okay. Make a wisdom perception, or just make a wisdom saving throw.
Not terribly wise, so we're starting off with a luck point. Saving throw. 16.
Okay.
Wait, 17.
You get a bit of a headache, and you're looking through these doors, and it is just, there's no torches, there's nothing. From what you can see, there's just blackness. And you can hear from water dripping off the walls, and to the edge of your torchlight, beyond that, it's just blackness. And you swear that you see something scurry in the darkness just at the edge of the torchlight, and you hear, "Oh, you look like fun. Do you want to come play with me?" Sounds like a child between the ages of 5 and 7 years old. Even the kid is like, "Dude, creepy children, screw that." Did I tell you
I'm
what?
a halfling. I'm just not really scared of things.
Did I tell you about
Probably
the-
like, ooh, wonder
the
what
creepy
kind
doll?
of things.
So my friend's mom died, and we went over to help them clean. She was living in a mobile home. We were helping them clean out, and she had collected all sorts of junk. And one of the things that she collected was this doll about this tall, dressed as a clown. Creepy, right? And so her husband goes, "I have a great idea of what to do with this clown."
Oh no!
So they were house sitting for some friends. He took the doll, went over to the house, went in and stuck it up on top of a china hutch in the corner of one of the rooms, and just left it there and didn't see it. It took him like 3 months, and when the guy's wife finally noticed it, he about grabbed her pants. How did that get in here? Oh, hilarious.
Oh man. Those delayed gratification ones are really
Oh yeah, it was just,
often the
it
best.
was so hard to keep it to yourself too. You just gotta be like, wait for it. So yeah, you hear that, and then the question is, are you guys taking a rest? I mean, you guys didn't get beat up too bad.
I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
But yeah, you're fine. No.
I don't know, yeah.
But I mean, for anything
He's
else,
as fresh
you've
as
got,
a daisy. Get a long nap.
you should have, you know,
I just followed
healing
along
spells.
at
You should
like
have
40
slots
yards
left,
back.
I believe. He might not.
I just have some, but you know, I want my good ones back.
Yeah, your big one.
You got a minion
My hope
covered
is
in
fine.
barnacles. What-
You have a sword. You can just hit with it.
But see, I need my sword to like just turn them into like nothing.
Turn him into
Yes.
paste.
You said I thought I could swear I saw something scurry.
Yes.
Can I cast my cantrip Minor Illusion
Yeah.
in the direction I thought I saw it scurry? And I would like to create the illusion of myself whispering in near it.
Okay. And what are you whispering?
My whisper is going to be, I like games.
What?
Your minor illusion disappears in the jaws of a.
Yeah. And you hear, oh, that's such a neat trick.
I don't think you fooled.
Oh, I did not like that.
It's nice knowing you, Telfar.
You're supposed to play a game.
We should still try to go with the initiate thing.
No.
See if it works. Might work. You should make yourself look like the dude we just killed. The big guy who is smart.
It was smart.
I don't want to look like
intelligent
anything. I want to
so far.
not be seen. That's what I'm good at.
Uh-huh. Monty Python.
And then you hear, then it says, the voice says, it says, oh, that's a neat trick. You can come play with me. You'll find me down below. And you hear, like, wet, sloppy, barefoot prints on a wet, muddy floor. Take off in the distance.
Little flat, sloppy goblin feet.
You got an invitation to go play with the kids.
Yes.
Or maybe so.
In the basement.
In the basement.
They're a little ugly because half their face is eaten, but they're just harmless kids.
So what are you guys going to do? Are you heading in?
Well,
And then the question is, Telfar, are you telling anybody about your little conversation? Or are you keeping that to yourself?
How long is this guy enthralled?
24.
24 hours.
24 hours.
In which case, then he has to present the rod again, and then the guy gets another saving throw.
Does this enthralled guy know that I exist at all yet?
No. Because she looked like something else.
I don't remember if
At
he
the
saw
beginning
you.
of last time, it was I presented myself as like a slimy cultist-looking person. Slimy cultist.
Right, and then you drop that, and then you made an attack and hit. So yeah, he knows that there's another member of the party. He just doesn't know where you are. And he's not concerned by that. I mean, because his leader
Yeah.
is here.
We kill him.
Well, I want to stay hidden from this cultist.
Make a charisma check.
So I'm gonna fold up a little paper bird and address it to my friend Aaron over here and let him know that someone below is expecting us.
Okay. Well, you're a rogue too, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
You could use thieves' can't hand signal.
21.
I suppose.
On your 21, so you make a charisma check and you're 21, and this guy is like fawning on you. He's like just, oh, great leader. I think you're actually better than Maximus. Oh, your scales are so beautiful, and you just got like wet slime on you.
Loves you so much.
And then he looks at you and he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
He tries
I'm
to clean
sorry,
it off.
master. And he's like cleaning it off.
Cleans it off and gets more on me.
Yeah, it's just getting worse and worse.
So
You know, you can stop.
do you eat chicken? Just curious.
So
Well,
she tells you that